most famous UFO case in history get buried so deep that we still argue about the wrong parts of it? Let's go back to Roswell, New Mexico, 1947, but not the version everyone already knows. It's early July 1947. A rancher named Mac Brazel finds strange debris scattered across the land. Not metal like an airplane, not wood, not fabric. Thin beams that won't burn, foil that crumples, then snaps back into shape. Symbols nobody recognizes. He reports it to the local sheriff. But here's the part that gets ignored. The US Army field at Roswell issues a press release saying they've recovered a flying disc. Not a rumor and not a leak. An official statement. Within 24 hours though, the story had changed. Now it's a weather balloon. Case closed. Except it never closed. Let's talk about the lesser known details. First, there were multiple debris fields. Not one. Witnesses later described debris spread miles apart, suggesting something broke up in the air, not a single balloon crash. Some military personnel said the debris was collected in stages, and that some material was flown out immediately before the balloon story was finalized. Second, Roswell wasn't just a base. It was home to the 509th Bomb Group, the only unit in the world at the time that handled nuclear weapons. This wasn't a sleepy desert outpost. If something unusual fell out of the sky, this was exactly where you'd want it to land if you wanted it locked down instantly. Third, the balloon explanation didn't exist yet. The now famous Project Mogul story, the secret high-altitude balloon program, wasn't mentioned publicly until decades later. In 1947, the public was told it was a weather balloon. Then years later, no, actually, it was a classified nuclear detection system. Two different explanations, same debris. That alone raises eyebrows. Now here's the part that really doesn't get talked about. Several witnesses, including military and civilian, claim there was more than debris. They described a second site with a damaged craft and small biological bodies. Not humans, not crash dummies, which wouldn't even exist until the 1950s. These witnesses didn't come forward together. They told their stories separately, often decades apart, and they described the same thing. The Air Force later said those accounts were confused memories of crash test dummies, but the dates don't line up. Crash dummies weren't dropped until years after Roswell. Then there's the silence. Many Roswell witnesses said they were threatened, told to keep quiet, told their families could be at risk. Some waited until their deathbeds to talk. That's not how balloon crashes behave. So let's stack what we really have. An official military press release claiming a flying disc, immediate reversal in story change, a base tied to nuclear weapons, multiple debris fields, materials unlike known aircraft, witnesses describing bodies before dummies even existed, explanations that changed decades later, and intimidation claims that never fully went away. That's not proof of aliens, but it is proof that something extraordinary happened, and the official story was managed, not clarified. Maybe Roswell was advanced human tech, maybe it was a surveillance platform that terrified military planners, or maybe it really was something not from here. And the reason the story keeps changing is simple. The first version was the truth, and everything after that was damage control. Roswell isn't famous because it proves aliens. It's famous because it exposed something else. That in moments of true shock, even the most powerful institutions can slip and accidentally say exactly what they mean. And once that happens, no amount of explanations ever quite put the genie back in the bottle.